check these out. These are small wheel loaders. It's designed a lot of times for tree work, but you can use it for other things. Here's a nice little walk behind unit, and they got a broom set up on it. It's a tool carrier, so you can use it for different functions. This is called a branch manager, and this is where the magic happens. This thing is designed to pick up all those nasty little branches after you're done in a big tree job. Big giant clamshell on the front, lets you pick it up. Little tiny unit you can hop on, and this baby goes for about 20 grand, and here's your control setup. Guys, we're actually looking at a tripod ladder, and the magic of a tripod ladder and its stability is where?
In the leg design. The wide base, if you draw a parallel line up with that outside of the foot, as long as your body weight doesn't cross that line, you'll never tip over on the ladder.
So as long as you stay centered on the ladder and you actually have a center pole,
yep.
That's how you can take a ladder, put it 16 feet tall, and be stable.
That's correct.
All right, guys, we're back in part 2 now. In this part of the series, we've got a lot of specialized tools for landscapers, guys that do land clearing. We're also going to be looking at new tools, gear, and equipment for guys that do tree work. Today, guys, we're going to the Minnesota Northern Green Expo, which is arguably the second largest landscaping show in the United States. And I'm going to guess a lot of you guys don't make it up to Minnesota to attend that show, and I don't blame you. So, without wasting any more time, let's go there now and check out the show. And if you just are tuning in, and this is the second part of this series, part 1 was mostly for lawn care guys. And the third part of this series is going to be, what is this third part going to be? Oh, snow plowing and heavy equipment. So, without wasting more time, now let's go to the show.
This is the EZCut Wow Saw. We call it the Wow Saw. Do you know why? Because when you use it, you're going to say wow, okay? It's a draw stroke saw. The blade is SK4 steel. You can bend it. It's not going to break or stay bent like a cheap Chinese saw. It's got raker gaps that store to cut material. Then when you draw it, it clears it all out. So you're not going to heat up your blade and bind it, right? It's SK4 steel, impulse hardened teeth, ballistic rubber grip, all metal locking system. Here's how it cuts. Draw, 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 draw. That's how fast. The EZCut Wow Saw, #1 folding saw in the world.
This is a grasshopper unit, and a lot of people love these grasshopper units. They're actually a tool carrier. So now this one has a mower on the front, but you could put an aerator on the front, a seed box. You can put a tiller attachment. You can put a lot of different attachments on it. Now this is also a diesel system. So this is not just your typical lawnmower. You basically can just come in here, detach it, right here, 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 and here, and hook a different unit up and be down the road doing something else with it. We're looking at the Toro Multiforce, and the people that run this swear by this thing. It doesn't have a lot of torque, but it's got a lot of speed. 7 inches of hard packed snow. I had a guy just tell me that that's what he runs through. You can see it's got the LED headlights on it, but it's also got a blower attachment. So this is a unit that actually is a tool carrier, and you can also use the power broom attachment on the front of it. So this is a Toro Outcross, and it's like a tractor, utility vehicle, personnel carrier,
absolutely multi-use
on the back. All right, so what we've got is we've got a universal quick attach system in the front. So this tractor allows you to hook up just like a skid loader. Now that does not have a remote hookup, so that's a manual hookup. But it's got the front end of a tractor, 2-person carry, so inside the cab. And this is safe on turf.
Absolutely. 4-wheel drive, 4-wheel steer.
Crab walk.
Can.
Crab walk. And a PTO in the back. What the heck? And then, does anybody else make anything like this?
There's not particularly. The big feature about this is it has 16 programs on the inside that I can program the rear end to do various features, when to engage the PTO, how fast to operate. So basically it's eliminated a lot of lever work with one side paddle, I can turn it on, engage, go at a certain speed. So I'm taking a lot of human error out of it.
Huh.
It's got a little backpack.
$12 hours or 1,500 cuts. All right, you guys, we're looking at this Fecon head. Now, I've done a lot of work with forestry heads lately, but this head has got a little bit of a different design. The tooth layout is a little bit different than what I'm used to seeing, and you can see how the tooth actually cantilever right next to each other. So you got one tooth next to the other tooth, next to the third tooth, so they kind of hopscotch all the way down to give you the best mulching head. Fecon makes damn good heads, you guys. You guys should know that. Have you guys ever heard of a Vermeer skid loader? Because here one is. It's honestly, it is an ASV 120, right?
Correct.
But check out the Vermeer forestry head. Here it is, right on the front of it. This is something that I have never seen. Look at this tooth design on this thing. That is an aggressive tooth design on that head. So that is pure Vermeer. That head is all Vermeer. Now Vermeer did work with ASV to come up with this machine, and it's labeled different, painted different, but nobody else makes this head besides Vermeer. Guys, we're actually looking at a Kubota SVL 75 tooth, but we're also looking at a self-contained cedar unit made by Lamprey.
So this will
Now
cover
this,
it up.
John, can you open this up for me and show me the primary seed box?
Primary seed box.
So
Right
this
up
is
here.
for alfalfa and types of seed?
Yep. And this would be for your lighter, fluffier seeds. This is what I would call the grass seed box, small seed box, alfalfa and things like that.
What is the application for something like this?
A lot of this would be reclaiming yards, redoing yards, new construction. This one is designed with a 3-point hitch to go forwards.
So you can put this on any skid loader. It's got a universal quick attach system, and then this actually works the seed into the soil, but you have a primary and a secondary coil behind it as well, correct?
Correct.
Take, Scotty, what do you got?
All right, this is our EZCut Sling Pack. You guys have never seen anything like it, okay? This is the world's first 5-in-1 outdoor tool carrying case. It holds your cell phone, keys, or wallet right here. On the inside, large pocket, it's going to hold the G2 lopper. Any lopper goes right here. This pocket is for your pruner, and the sheath goes right here. This pocket right here holds your folding saw, the Wow Saw, the world's #1 folding saw, the Wow Saw. And you take this, you sling it over your shoulder. All your tools are protected, one pack, easy to carry. When you're ready to cut, you just go like this. Everything's right here, boom, boom, boom. This is the EZCut Sling Pack. You got to get one.
Guys, we're looking at a battery phone case that has 3 built-in batteries in it. So this case will charge up a phone. You can use it all day long, and that'll recharge it 3 times? 3 times.
Yeah, we have a total of 3 batteries available.
I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm going to buy one. And the name of the company is... And I'll let you know if it's any good. Told you I'd tell you what I thought of it. I bought one, Tim bought one, and it's not that good. I've already lost the top to mine. It's supposed to have a little safety top right here. That fell off in New Orleans. That's buried in the garbage somewhere. Tim bought his, and these buttons that are on the side right here, his buttons are already falling out. We paid $100 for this thing, and it's only been 3 months, and it's kind of falling apart. Now, it's not bad for recharging the phone itself. That actually works really nice. You hit this button right on the back there, and your phone will recharge, but it's not the same as 3 batteries. They tell you it's the same as 3 batteries. It's not the same as 3 batteries. It's more like 1 extra battery, but when you need that extra charge, it works. And it does actually protect it. Now, I need to hear from you guys. What is actually a good case that will recharge your phone and keep it safe? I've got
this Otter box, which these things will last for years before they fall apart, but they don't recharge your phone. So I need one that recharges, so I need to hear from you guys. What do you recommend in the comments down below? Now let's get back to some cool stuff.
We're actually looking at a 4-stroke jumping jack packer. This is made by Wacker Nissan. Ours burnt out. Why did ours burn out? Because it had separate oil injector,
Yeah, it's
didn't
an
it?
old one, but it had separate oil where you had your 2-cycle, and for some reason it got interrupted and it didn't send the oil in with it.
And so they
Tried it out.
They fixed that with this model.
I heard a lot of guys just bypass that and just pour 2-cycle straight into the fuel tank. They didn't have to.
I tell you, if you got one of the older oil injected ones, don't trust them. Pick up that big one, Tim.
Which
Show
one?
them that one.
This one?
No, the big one.
This is the big one.
How many pounds is that
This
one?
one's 14. This is the biggest one. It's like a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
What are they using these for?
Some of the pavers, pounding, keeping them tight together.
$150 dead blow, $130 all by Trusty Cook. We're actually looking at a paver, or actually more of a flagstone packer. So you guys know that you got to pack your patios when you're done, right? Well, this one rolls instead of vibrates and packs it in place. So there's where the magic happens right there. Now that is in lieu of your typical smaller plate packer that you're used to seeing, you guys. Paver Persuader, you guys. Okay, so this one, guys, pretty cool. All right. So this is like building a big block without the big blocks, right?
You're going to use the 96-cent CMUs, concrete masonry units, as part of the back wall of the crypt that you're making. So you fill it all full of rock, and what happens is you're adding weight to the wall, just like the big block systems, but these are all hand stackable.
And you have the potential to go up to 12 feet tall.
Right.
So this is how this is connected together. This is your retaining wall.
Retaining wall system.
And then it's got clips, and then you buy the 96-cent blocks in the back.
And those are the regular concrete masonry units.
What's the depth of this? What's the
Well,
depth?
this is 10 inches here, so you ended up with a 12-inch block, 10-inch block bridge, 8-inch unit, so it's 30 inches total.
30 inches.
If you want to add more weight, you can always, instead of using an 8-inch, you use a 12-inch or a 16-inch mold.
So you have different clip lengths.
Well, no, the clip would be the same. It's the block. The back block, you can get bigger blocks.
Ah, got it.
And the other thing is you don't have to go all the way up the wall with the second wall. You're only going up about a third to half.
Will an engineer actually sign off on this?
It's all engineered right here. Just like the same engineer that did the big block systems did all this, and this is from the National Concrete Masonry Association specifications. And there's all the engineered drawings that are right on our website at block-bridge.com.
All right, you guys, that's the show for today. Now, if you haven't seen part 1 of this series, go back and check that out, because that's more for the lawn care guys. And in the next part that's coming up, we're going to start with all of the different snow plows, like Meadow Plus, and Heinecker has this thing called a Fox plow that is just wild. Plus a lot of different new snow plows, pushers, tools, and attachments. Then we get into the heavy equipment, the Case compact loader, some of the other little giants, stuff that you guys don't typically get to see on a day-to-day basis. Well, it's all at this show, and we're going to be bringing that to you on the third part of this series. Let me know what you think of these these videos in the comments down below. The reason I'm doing them is because you guys asked for them. You guys said you wanted to go to more shows. You wanted it to feel like you were there. So you're probably noticing I'm cutting out a lot of the music. I'm cutting out a lot of the things and just trying to bring you the information as best I can. And I don't know if you like it or not. I honestly don't know. Without wasting any more time, That's what I say in the beginning. All right, you know what I say at the end? You guys know what I say at the end. God bless, go get them, and do me a favor and check out the video here and the video right there. God bless, go get them, you guys. See ya on part 3.